Okay, hi guys, I'm back. But first of all, this is a video about Will Smith, what happened at the Academy Awards, and somewhat of the aftermath. Of course, it's almost a week after it happened, but I don't know, during the week I can't really talk much about things, do videos with kids. It's hard by the time my husband gets home. I got a new mic. Hopefully it makes, audio better. But let's talk about Will Smith. I wrote some notes on what I think might, happen or have happened. So, we all know that during the Academy Awards, Chris Rock made a joke about Will Smith's wife, Jada.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
The whole what came after, the slap heard around the world. So we all know that Jada, she cheated, or she had an entanglement. And I think during that time, Will was made to look kind of like a simp. I don't want to say words like, oh, he looks like a Pussy. I hate that word. But, that he took Jada back. And I saw the Red Table Talk. It seems in some ways Jada wasn't holding herself accountable. And Will, he just looked wrecked. He looked like he was crying. His eyes were red. I don't know, but that was pretty public. So I can imagine, not really the hate, but just a lot of yuckiness thrown his way. I'm no one on the internet. And there's times where I read comments and whatnot. I'll get to some of those towards the end. But I'll get comments. And it really makes me think, and it makes me sick thinking, what the hell? I couldn't imagine being a massive celebrity and reading that kind of stuff about me, thinking, oh, I'm this loser that took back my entanglementing wife, I don't know. He is a massive, bona fide celebrity. So I can imagine the not so nice stuff written about him. I remember some of it around that time. I think it was July, August of 2020. But yeah. And then I was thinking, did something happen earlier that day or week or month where maybe Jada was like, you never have my back. You don't give a shit about me. It's always about you or what have you. So in that moment when he saw that Jada was upset, as he is kind of laughing, do you figure, okay, here's my chance to show her I care about her feelings, I have her back, that I'm going to show her that I do have your back, and went up there and, slapped him? I don't know. So I just wrote a bunch of things that maybe were the cause of it. Again, toxic masculinity, standing up for your wife, that if someone talks shit about your wife, you have to fight instead of, using your words. It's just, that whole toxic masculinity culture. And with boys, I do not want to raise them anything like this. If they have feelings, I want them to express their feelings. if they have feeling, that sounds stupid, but they have sadness or, upset. I want them to show that. I don't want them to get angry and fight and hit. Like, no. No. And then another thing is, with celebrities, you have to just face it. Being a celebrity or part of the elite in Hollywood, you get away with stuff. The law, it does apply to you, but it really, they asked Chris Rock if he wanted to press charges, and he's like, no, because could you imagine if he did? And then what would happen to him? I mean, would he be, I don't know, ridiculed and like, oh, you can't take a slap? You have to press charges? Like, what kind of man are you? You know what I mean? Like, I have a feeling I'd get to that point. So he thought his best strategy was like, okay, I'll just screw it. No, I don't want to press charges. None of that. No. So there's that. And then possibly a grudge with Chris Rock, because there's a few years, I think Jada was behind boycotting the Academy Awards, and I think Chris Rock made a joke about it. I'm not quite exactly sure about that whole situation, but possible. And then I don't know. There's so much. It's like, at first I thought maybe this has to be a joke. I didn't see from the angle that I'm going to show you guys or showed you guys, but where, all I saw was his back. I didn't see him actually hit him and then his head go this way. So when I saw that, I was really surprised, like, whoa. Could you imagine if that was a closed fist? And Will Smith, he's pretty strong. He played Muhammad Ali. So if you play a boxer, you have to go through boxing training. He's just always been about fitness, like I Am Legend, all that stuff, action movies. It's just, I would not want to take a slap from him at all. So I don't know. I didn't think the joke was that bad, but later on we find out Jada's suffering from alopecia. And you know what? I think she looks gorgeous with really short hair or almost bald hair. And that's hard for a lot of people to do, where they can look gorgeous without any hair. Me, I would look awful. There's no way I could pull off no hair. But I think she looks gorgeous. So, yeah, so I'm going to get to Will Smith's apology to Chris Rock. He put it publicly on Instagram, and then I hope for Chris Rock's sake, he called him up and said, hey, I'm really sorry, instead of it's all, just for PR. That's just me. So Will Smith said, violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I'd like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed, and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There's no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will. That's another thing, too. Just me personally. If I'm not the type of woman, that I need my husband to stick up for me. Sometimes, yeah, it's nice, he has my back. But if my husband went up, in front of the world, pretty much, and slapped someone, I would be so embarrassed, because I know he's better than that. You don't have to be violent. And just a lot of people are saying, well, he's defending his wife, Well, it's has that what the world's come to? You don't like what someone's saying, so you can resort in violence? I don't think so. And you know what? I was a big Will Smith fan. I love so many of his movies. 7 Pounds is one of my all-time favorites. But now that he did this, I mean, I look at him differently. And, you know, I wish I didn't, but I'm not one of those that condones violence. I just, no. So, I guess Will Smith resigned from the Academy, and in his resignation, Smith said that he is heartbroken, adding that he would like to put the focus back on those who deserve attention for their achievements and allow the Academy to get back to the incredible work it does to support creativity and artistry in film. So I'm resigning from membership in the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences and will accept any further consequences the board deems appropriate, he said. Change takes time, and I am committed to doing the work to ensure I will never allow violence to overtake reason. Well, that's good to hear. Like, when he was screaming in the audience at Chris, it's like I felt that. That scared me, and it wasn't even directed at me. It's like maybe he needs therapy, because I know there's probably underlying issues. Another one that I forgot is, we know she has alopecia. What if there's other medical stuff going on and that just hit him differently? Like, you know, stuff that we have no idea what's going on. Maybe, you know, a cancer scare, or she has to have a biopsy, or who knows. And it just hit him differently because that's his wife. And if she's sick, I don't know. I'm just trying to see from all angles, you know what I mean? Trying to be empathetic towards him and why he maybe did that, but also critical that you shouldn't have to, you know, resort to violence ever. So, and then the decision means that Smith, 53, will no longer be a voting member of the Academy, Variety reported. As it stands, he will still retain his Oscar for Best Actor, can be nominated for future consideration by the Academy, and still be invited to future ceremonies. Another thing is, this is his first Oscar, which surprised me. He should have received many, and it's been overshadowed by all this. You know, it's sad, and I couldn't imagine being in attendance that night. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be like, is this, you know, some sort of joke? Because let's be real, the ratings, they're like non-existent. So it's like, was this, you know, kind of pre-planned for like better ratings? But then afterwards, you know, watching it, no, like I knew it was real. It was just, I felt that when he was yelling at Chris, like, oh, my stomach like got into a horrible knot. And it says if you hear sirens and stuff, that's my son's fire truck. I'm sorry, he loves his little people fire truck. Anyway, during Sunday's broadcast of the Oscars, Rock 57 was presenting the Best Documentary Award and made a joke that referenced Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head. Pinkett Smith has been open over the years about her struggles with alopecia and hair loss. Smith appeared to take offense to the joke and went on stage and smacked Rock in the face before cursing the comedian out from his seat. Rock declined to file a police report, according to the LAPD. In the days following the incident, more information was released about the aftermath of the tense moment. In a statement the next day, the Academy said that Smith was asked to leave but refused. Will Packer, who was the broadcast producer for the 2022 Oscars, cleared up some rumors that were spreading after the incident during an interview with ABC News earlier this week. During the interview, Packer talked about being present with Rock and the LAPD. They were saying, you know, this is battery, was the word they used in the moment, Packer said. They said, we will go get him. We are prepared. We're prepared to get him right now. You can press charges. We can arrest him. Packer said that as the police department was giving the comedian options, But Chris was dismissive of those options, explaining, he was like, no, I'm fine. He was like, no, 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 no. Smith and Rock's altercation during the Oscars telecast caused a stir on social media from fans, family, and fellow celebrities. As the week progressed, comedians continued to rally around Rock. And then when he was asked about it later this week, he said he's like still processing it. I could imagine hosting a show and someone just coming up on stage and slapping me. It's like, how do you recover from that? I mean, he was like, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. And it's like, yeah, but how do you recover? I don't know. So anyway, leave your thoughts down below because I love hearing other people's thoughts on just everything. Just let's have a discussion down below. And if you want, subscribe. I would love that. If you also want, like the video. And as always, don't be an asshole. And don't go around smacking people either. Bye, guys.